Ellie. Doing a little bit of a different setup today. We're just going to have a little chit chat video where I explain some of the changes that you guys are seeing because there's so many changes in our world and just in the world going on and all that. But if you've been a follower for a while, or if you follow me on Instagram, or you follow me on Facebook, or any of that, you've noticed that we've gotten new logos. Um, Basically, an entire change of branding has taken place. So um, I just kind of wanted to explain it and explain what's been going on and what you can expect from me in the future because things are changing here in the world of Ellie Ever After. So that's my new channel name. So that's my new branding name and all that jazz. So basically what we're doing or what I'm doing is just kind of rebranding and kind of making everything so that it's still got that Disney feel to it because let's be real, I still love Disney. Disney is still the driving force behind basically everything that I do. Everything is inspired by Disney. My entire office, which you can't see right now, is inspired by my love for Disney, along with designer things like Louis Vuitton and Ray-Ban and stuff like that. But mostly, I would say 85 to 90% is Disney themed, and then the rest of it makes up the other 5%. There's still going to be Disney videos. We're still going to talk about Disney. We're still going to love Disney. But because of the pandemic and because of the state of the world right now, it's just not feasible for my family, me and my husband, to get down to Disney this year. We had 2 trips planned. Like I was supposed to go to Disneyland in March and have a couple of days there. It was going to be a solo trip. And then him and I are actually supposed to be going to Walt Disney World for 8 nights in November. And we ended up having to postpone that. So we're not actually going back to Disney World at the earliest until March of 2021, or I think the last weekend in February into the first week of March is when we replanned our trip. So with that being said, I mean, I have a lot of Disney pictures that I've taken through, the last 10 years of us going to Disney and, all of our Disney trips and things like that. But I'm running out of fresh Disney content that I can post on my Instagram and things like that. And I don't want to get super repetitive. And not only that, but I also want to share other aspects of my life because I'm doing so much more now than just Disney things. I have actually gotten into health and wellness coaching, so that's something new that I am working on, mostly for my own journey, and I'll get into that. I'm going to talk about my journey and what led me to the decision to become a health and fitness coach and why I decided to give it another chance, because I was one 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago, 2011-ish. Or 2010, 2011, yeah, somewhere around there. I don't know. So I'm giving it another chance. I'm a lot more focused this time around. I've got my ducks more in a row this time around, and so I do want to go into that, and I do want to tell you kind of my story and what brought me to that point. But I thought first I wanted to definitely address the changes because there are many. So just doing that. So like all my Facebook logos and things like that, those have changed. I updated my Instagram picture. I ported my website over. So Years to Ever After is essentially not happening anymore. We came up with the Years to Ever After name when we were doing the podcast because it was kind of like a clever, like Here's to Ever After, but instead of here, it was Here's because podcast. And then we stopped doing the podcast late last year just because nobody was listening to it. And again, we were running out of fresh material to record, and we didn't want to be boring, and we didn't. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to emanate anybody else. I don't want to just talk to hear myself talk or whatever. Like, I want to produce quality content, and the podcast after a while was just getting to be a chore. And when things become a chore, I just don't want to do them anymore. So that's kind of why we stopped doing that. And that's actually why I stopped recording YouTube videos for about 3 months too during the pandemic. It's just because with everything going on, it was a lot, and it became like a chore because I was trying to navigate COVID and, how the phases and how we could, go get groceries and how we were going to change our entire lives basically for the pandemic. So recording videos is kind of the last thing on my mind. But as the months went on, I found myself missing it. I found myself wanting to do it, and then I was thinking about it, and it wasn't just doing nothing this time away. Like, I thought about it long and hard, and that's when I decided I kind of wanted to change the direction of my social medias, and I wanted to change the direction of this channel, and just kind of change the direction of my life, because I found that I was kind of letting myself go. We were eating whatever, we were getting takeout delivered all the time. We were picking up takeout to go. We were just eating garbage because it was easier and more convenient and less scary than going to the grocery store during the pandemic, and things like that. So those are kind of some of the driving forces between what prompted this. And so with that being said, it's something where something had to change, and I wasn't sure what, but I know that I was longing for something more and something different, and I felt kind of like I needed something else in my life. And that's kind of where I came into wanting to change things and wanting to get back into social media a little bit better and more, and really kind of craft my content into things that I would like to see. I want to just kind of, I love sharing products that I love. I mean, that's just definitely a thing, and I'm a shopaholic. I mean, I'm not gonna hide that. Even if you guys watch my Instagram stories, I buy things like I have the money to spend, and I don't. I mean, right at the moment, I'm working on, definitely getting more money, and making more money, and I'm graduating from college in a couple of weeks, and got my side hustle, which again we're going to talk about. But I spend money like I have a ton of it. So I love just kind of sharing those products with you guys, and I love finding new things and talking to you guys about new things and things like that. And come to the realization over the last couple of months that, I mean, as much as I love Disney, and I do, Disney is my life, I also really love other things like Louis Vuitton, planners. I'm a huge planner person. I love planners. I just got, I've been working in my Agendio for a while, and now I have a brand new Clever Fox daily planner because I needed to move from weekly to daily. So I'm going to flip back and forth between the two of those because I need both a weekly and a daily now that things are picking up in my life. I like, I like making cocktails. I like, makeup and different face products. And I like making arts and crafts and things like that. So, there's tons and tons and tons of things that I think I really want to share with you guys. And not only that, I like vlog style videos. I like what's in my bag style videos, and I want to make more of those for you guys. And since I'm not going to the parks until 2021, I can't can't do like a what's in my park bag or anything like that. I mean, I could, but like I have nowhere to take it. You know, and speaking of arts and crafts, I made this shirt. I've gotten into tie dyeing lately, so I mean, just kind of want to get more into me as a person and less of like a Disney news, Disney, you know, type of content, you know, and I want to post the Disney content that I want to post. I like Disney merchandise and I like going to the parks and I like, you know, and I keep up with all things Disney. I love it, but I'm not like a Disney news outlet because I don't live in Florida. So I'm always the last to get the news for Disney because I live 1,200 miles away in New York. So those are kind of the driving factors and things like that. So I just want to share more and I want to open up a little bit more and just kind of let you guys see a little bit more of my life and how I live and how I'm just this ordinary girl who wants to make YouTube videos on the internet. You know, like I'm a regular girl. You know, I have my husband, my dog, my family, stuff like that. But you know, just kind of want to connect and want to share and kind of connect with other people that kind of feel the same way that I do or that can relate to some of the things that I do and things like that. So those are kind of that's kind of the direction that I am going. So that was a super long-winded um, way to just kind of tell you that we're moving from just solely Disney to just Disney and lifestyle and all that jazz. So with that being said, let's circle back to the fact that I have become a health and wellness coach. I really feel like that was the thing that was kind of missing in my life is that I let myself slip again. Um, and again, I was eating garbage, just not feeling very good about myself. I wasn't feeling very confident and all that. And I mean, like I have you know, anxiety and things like that already that I'm combating. I don't think that, you know, being overweight and not being able to find clothes in my size at like any normal stores was really helping that. And that's kind of the thing too is that like, I don't know how to put this, but like I just, I'm not, and still not happy with the way that I look currently. Like I hate the fact that I have let myself get to the point that I have, and I I've tried everything under the sun. Like I'll kind of name some things, but like I have tried Weight Watchers, I have tried keto, I have tried the South Beach diet. I mean, anything under the sun, with the exception of intermittent fasting and thinking about weight loss surgery. I mean, those are the only really two things that I really haven't tried to do. I've tried calorie counting. I had a paid my fitness pal account for a year. I was paying for Weight Watchers. I was trying that. I was trying to work out on my own. I was trying to do all the things, and I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. Like I would maybe lose a couple pounds here or there, but like 5 seconds later, I would be like, ooh, let's get something takeouty, and I would gain it all back. And the cycle just kind of continued. And I mean, it goes back to even as far as like 10, 11 years ago, you know, I was living away from home and I was desperate to fit in and to try to make friends and things like that because I didn't know a whole lot of people in the city that I was living in at the time. And so I joined an $80 a month gym. $80 a month because it was in an upscale neighborhood. All the like local celebrities went there. My friend and I, we joined together because we were practicing for the Disney Princess Half Marathon. So we're like, oh, well, let's join the gym. It was close to work. It was a beautiful gym with beautiful equipment. It had a spa inside the gym. Like it literally had a spa and like Pilates machines. And I mean, it was literally the stuff that dreams are made of, but it was $80 a month. And I did that and I joined there and I was taking classes there and all that. Unguided, of course. For $80 a month, I didn't even get any guidance. It was ridiculous. And I was doing that for like 3 years. It's crazy. So I, decided to leave that gym after a while because it's like $80 a month just to use some cardio equipment is insanity. Just because I wanted the prestige of going to the cool gym over, an affluent area or whatever. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I left that gym. And then I decided to sign up for Planet Fit, or not Planet Fitness, I'm sorry, that comes next. LA Fitness, because they had a pool. And I was like, oh, I could swim, because I really wanted to, swim and get the laps in and do whatever. And I used the pool twice. And that was it. And then I was trying to go and use the cardio machines and the weight machines, but it was so overwhelming and I was like lost because I had no idea what to do. I had no direction, no idea what I needed to do or how I could do it or anything like that. So I kind of gave up and paid for that membership and didn't use it for a long time. So then I moved home to where I am currently, and I was like, well, okay, well, we'll try Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, it's $10 a month, and then the same thing. Like, I went in and I used the cardio machines and I used the cardio equipment for a while, and then I was like, okay, well, and then I got bored. So I'm like, this is boring. And the thing with Planet Fitness is like, it's a nice gym and it's great to just go when you need to go and it's cheap, but it wasn't for me. Like I wasn't seeing results and I didn't want to go and I wasn't committed to going. And then I joined my last gym. It's called Elevate, and it's a local gym here, and I joined on a family plan with myself, my husband, and then my mom and dad. We got a family plan for $60 a month, so it's $15 a person, and it does include like unlimited classes or whatever. And it was great at first when we all coordinated and wanted to go together and things like that. But then none of, schedules are conflicting and things like that. And then, I went by myself. Everybody else would be like, oh, you went without me or whatever. And then if they went, I'd be like, oh, well, why didn't you come? So it just became a cluster and it wasn't working out. And again, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming and I felt judged at this gym. Kind of like the gym, the hoity-toity gym, the $80 month gym. I felt like everybody was judging me because I was like the biggest person that worked out there, and like that gym was not built for people that really wanted to lose weight. It was built for people that were already in good shape and just wanted to maintain and things like that. And that's kind of again how I feel about the current gym I belong to. And the only reason I haven't canceled that gym is because they're closed. So like they're not even taking payments on my account right now. But I do have to cancel because like it wasn't working for me, especially in the winter time. If I have to leave the house to work out, I'm not gonna do it. Because just like when it's extremely hot out, and I don't really love that, I can't stand when it's extremely cold either. Like I live my best life when it's between like 45 and 80 is like my best life in upstate New York. Now, if I'm by a beach or at Disney World, that's a totally different story. I like the tropics and things like that, but I gotta be by a beach or pool or whatever, or hanging out at the House of Mouse. Not just here locally. So here locally, my best life is 45 to 80. Done. So if it's above that or below that, I don't really want to go out and get dressed and put all my crap on and go out to the gym just to change and sweat and come back out into the cold or the hot and get in my car. And it's just a nightmare. So it wasn't working for me. It wasn't fitting into my schedule. It wasn't working for me. And like I've been able to, over the past couple of years, really get to know myself and what I like and what I want a little bit better. And going to the gym is just not for me. As much as I want to go out and go to the gym or whatever, and, get pretty gym bags. Because I love pretty gym bags, but it's not working for me. But with all that, all the programs I've tried and all the workouts I've tried and everything like that I have tried between the Weight Watchers and the different gyms and the keto and the South Beach and all that, not working. I'm still a big girl. Like, I'm still at my heaviest weight ever. And that's not working for me either. Last year at the beginning of 2019, I had a diabetes here. I had to go to an endocrinologist and I had to get extensive testing done, because my primary care doctor thought I was pre-diabetic. I am not, and I wasn't. But he was nervous enough to where he thought that I was pre-diabetic, that he sent me to that doctor, and he sent me to the diabetes center and the endocrine center, and I had to have test after test after test done, and they were painful, and they took a ton of blood, and they were doing all these poking and prodding and things to try to figure out, like, if I had diabetes. And that was scary. Like, that scared me a lot. Even still to this day, I'm like, I never want to go back there. I can't. I don't want to go back to that place. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately too. So it's been a lot. So a friend of mine that I met on Instagram, like, I don't know her in real life, but I've been following her and she's been following me for a really long time, and she was a coach. And every time she would ask me, hey, do you want to hear? Do you want to hear? I would politely, no, this isn't for me. I'm not an MLM person. I'm not good at selling. I don't want to do it. I just don't think, whatever. And I kept saying no, and I kept saying no. And one day she was promoting a plan, and it was this muscle burns fat plan. And that looks kind of interesting, and it looks like something I could potentially do. So I sent her, so I clicked on her thing that said more information. So she gave me the information, and I read it over, and it resonated with me, like, deep down into my soul. Like, I could honestly, like, I could feel it. And I'm like, just, when something calls you, and that called me. So I decided to jump in with both feet, and and I told her flat out, I'm like, I'm not going to sell, I'm not going to promote, I'm not going to do whatever, but I'll sign up and we'll see how it goes after the first month or whatever. So it has been just about a month. Next week it'll be 1 full month since I became a coach, and I really want to give it a real chance this time because I believe in it. I believe in the workouts especially. I believe in the nutrition plans that have been carefully crafted, and easy to follow. I believe in our products. I believe in the pre-workout and the recover are some of the best that I've had. And I'm not just saying that because I have gone through pre and shakes and protein powder and everything. And the last pre-workout that I took prior to getting the one through my company gave me the jitters, and it made me itchy, and I broke out in like hives. I mean, not like the mask that's going on in here, but like I would have like hives. It was ugh. So I don't know if I was allergic to something in it. And then all the protein powders that I drink would taste like chalky and gross and nasty. And so I bought everything because it's what I do. So I have, the hydrate and the energize and the recover and the shakes and things like that and superfoods. I love them. I literally love them. It tastes good. Now I don't like the chocolate flavor. I'll be flat out and I'll be honest with you. I can't stand the chocolate flavor. I think it tastes like just not good. But the vanilla and the strawberry and are super delicious. And I love the fruit punch pre-workout. I love the chocolate recover. The chocolate recover tastes just like chocolate milk. It's out of this freaking world. So I really, really believe in the product, and I really believe in being able to get results with this and really just follow my own journey. And that's the thing, is that I started this not to push products, because that's not me, that's not who I am, and I'm not ever going to do that. But I started this journey because I am on a journey, and I have 129 pounds to lose. And if I can inspire even just one person along the way, then for me, that's worth it. For me, it's worth it. Totally, totally, and 100% worth it. But my thing is that I love being surrounded by people that want to get better and want to better their lives too. And with my background and with me being a person who connects easily with other people, I thought, why not give it a shot? Because what do I have to lose? And I'm on this journey anyways. And if people want to join me on this journey, that's even better. It would make my day, to be on a journey together and have that support and have that accountability and things like that. And that's kind of the biggest thing for me, is having that accountability, because like I have somebody that I need to answer to. Like if I don't work out tomorrow, like I'm gonna hear about it, not in a bad way, but hey, you committed to this, why aren't you doing it, kind of a deal. So that's what I needed, is that kind of support. And if I can provide that level of support to somebody else that is struggling to find what they need, then it's totally, totally worth it. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here, because I feel like I've been talking for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes for you guys. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to put a pin in it. The next video that I have coming up is going to be a tour of our bar cart. I've got it filmed, and I'm working on trying to work on editing it and things like that. So that is going to be the next video, and that'll come out probably this weekend, just because this one's a little late, so I feel like I should give you 2 videos this week. So we'll have that video coming up next. If you want any information on anything that I've talked about, my website will be in the link below. Just click the website. Everything you need to know is there. If you want more info, fill out an application on my website, and I will be in touch within 24 hours, probably less. And, I will answer any questions or anything that you have. So please, if you have anything that you want to, learn more about, fill out that application on my website where it says join my virtual gym. And even if you don't want to join and you just want to ask me questions, go ahead and do that. And then, yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I am back. I missed you guys, and I will see you in the next video.